Mormon church leaders join Interfaith Coalition letter supporting expanded LGBTQ+ rights in Florida. A group of over 45 religious LGBTQ and educational leaders, that includes rabbis, reverends, and Latter-day Saint leaders, have signed a joint letter requesting legislation in Florida to protect LGBTQ people from discrimination. The letter was published on Sunday in the Miami Herald and on September 1st by the Tampa Bay Times with the headline, quote, "A call for peace," end quote. The article called out Floridians to protect people from discrimination in employment, housing, and public accommodations. The letter mentioned that, quote, "No one should be denied these protections based on their sexual orientation or gender identity, and likewise, religious persons and institutions should be protected in practicing their faith," end quote. The letter comes 5 months after Florida instituted its parental rights in education law, which prevents classroom instructions about gender identity and sexual orientation in Florida schools. The letter was signed by 2 Area 70s of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, namely Elders Victor P. Patrick and Daniel P. Amato. The church senior leadership has been supporting the similar Fairness for All legislation since 2015. When Utah passed a historic anti-discrimination and religious rights compromise with the church's backing. This letter came 4 months after a similar letter was published by Georgia leaders in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. 54 leaders, including a Latter-day Saint, are 70. So I'm actually not sure how to respond to this just yet. But yeah,
You're digesting.
I am digesting.
I mean, it's kind of shocking. Again, it's nice that they passed this thing recently, but I still keep thinking back to 2008 and the role the LDS played in financing Prop 8 in California. I mean, maybe Mormons can change their spots,
not only that, but conversion therapy
right,
as well.
right,
Like,
absolutely.
Aren't they the biggest conversion therapists around? And are the Latter-day Saints the same as Mormons? Because there is Mormon, the strict Mormonism practice.
The Church of Latter-day Saints
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints
is the
Mormon
church. Okay, so I'm right. These are the
You know, it's interesting to me, and I have 1,000 examples of this. Greg always sees the glass half empty. I always see the glass half full.
No, see, I think I also half full of poison, actually.
Yes. It's fantastic news from my seat. And the reason is you throw the soundbite out there, but let's make sure that we're clear. California passes marriage, gay marriage, long ahead of Clinton, long ahead of Obama for sure in 2008 and 10. He really didn't come to it until 10. Long before that, California was there. And then Prop 8 comes along to annul that and reverse that decision. And a year after Prop 8 passes to annul all gay marriages that were already legal in California. And that passed almost single-handedly because of the Mormon Church. They spent $20 million in California to the Prop 8. For this to happen is really a big deal. And it's been going on, as you just said in your story, since 2015. It's an indication that people can change. And whether we like it or not, everyone is not going to come to acceptance of civil rights, of black rights, of women making choices of their own bodies, or LGBT. Those are facts. I'm not saying I agree with it or how they get there, but it is a fact that everyone does not move to it in the same basis, and that's what this is doing. You know, one of the really dirty little secrets about LGBT acceptance in America, 58% of all evangelicals support the LGBT civil rights movement. 58%, because it's just like Catholics. Well, you can say there can be no abortion, Pope or Rome, but we don't agree with you. That does not make us not Catholic.
Right.
And that's what's going on in LGBT, and that's what is going on here. This letter is to say, as even evangelicals, we support LGBT civil rights.
Do you think that they were losing members and that's why they made this kind of switch?
I want to half glass or glass half full. I want to believe that they think right is right.
Okay.
It
Maybe
is
they're
a
finally
human
waking up
right.
and
they
realizing.
are finally realizing you're not the boogeyman. You're not grooming our children. You're not, well, you might be.
Wow.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.